So in the Scrum Guide, we've got this whole blurb in there about self-managing teams, self-managing Scrum teams. The Scrum team decides who does what, when, and how, and they handle all product-related things, operation, maintenance, verification, all those kinds of things. A lot of people get really hung up on this term, self-management. And well, if it's such a major ingredient, as a Scrum Master, how would you get a Scrum team to really embrace self-management? Jason, what are your thoughts?
I think you got to be comfortable with silence, with nobody jumping in right away. I mean, that's something that I've had to learn myself. I'm someone that likes to jump in and fill the silence. There's a problem, no one knows what to do, and I've had problem solving beaten into my head in several years of engineering school, right? So it's just second nature. Well, I got a solution, guys, and sometimes it's better just to let a team sit with the problem for a little bit, reflect it back to them. All right, guys, what are we going to do about this? And just let the crickets chirp, and resist the temptation to jump in and push everything out of the way. There's this new term that I've heard, bulldozer parent. It's someone who gets all the problems out of the way for their kids and makes an even and smooth path. And the problem is that growth happens in the rocky places. And so you got to be willing to let your team struggle a little bit sometimes.
I'm good with that. I'm going to, I guess, jump in out of turn. Maybe it's not out of turn.
Go for it.
The whole idea of if you just take a group of people and get out of their way, they're actually going to do things. I don't know if that always happens, but let's just assume we have individuals that are motivated to solve problems. Not everybody's motivated to solve problems. So if you put the right people in a group and they're motivated to solve problems, and then you remove all the barriers to them getting those problems solved, I can totally see self-management flourishing. I think where people often have struggles is you've got people who aren't actually that motivated. They don't like their jobs. They punch a clock. As soon as it's 5 o'clock, they're rushing towards that door to get home to, play Angry Birds or whatever they do. And if these are the individuals you have, sometimes they're not going to run with a ball if you leave it in front of them. They're going to need to be told to take that ball and run with it. So I can't speak to everybody's internal motivations. But if you do have people that struggle to run with balls all on their own, this will always be a challenge. So you need to start by addressing some internal motivations and see if you can't fan the flames of getting a team to work together to solve problems they're paid to solve.
I'm going to lean into the three pillars of self-management, and I actually learned this when I was getting my PST license. And Stephanie Ackerman, she was teaching the class at the time, but she refers to the boundaries and accountabilities, and I believe the other one is goals, as being three core components to self-management. But I like to extend that to leadership. So here's my extension to leadership. It's up to leadership and managers to understand the potential of that team, knowing even the maturity level of it. And that's leaning into the PAL E class a little bit here. Shameless pitch. You should take that class. It's excellent. And with that understanding of what's needed, that delegation can begin to occur because you've given space for that team to be able to grow. You've given space for that team to be able to fail. I like Jason's point. The rocky places are where we grow. But if we're constantly forcing people to only succeed and not allowing for any failure, we're in trouble. So boundaries give them that safe environment in which to do that. Goals give them something to shoot for, and that accountabilities allows them to own something instead of being told what to do. You get to own it. So I'm going to lean into those three pillars and reach out to managers and leaders. It's kind of up to you to set the stage.
Shout out to Stephanie Ackerman.
There you go.
Heck yeah. Hey, thanks for watching that video. Did you like what you heard? If so, you're going to love our Scrum classes. See, not only do we talk about these ideas on YouTube, we're also professional Scrum trainers, and we'd love to have you go to one of our classes. So if you need to level up as a Scrum Master or a product owner, maybe you need to learn how to scale Scrum or combine Kanban or UX with Scrum, click the link in our description and you'll find a list of our upcoming classes.
If this is your first time to our channel and you're interested in growing in your agility and understanding things like Scrum and other agile topics, then be sure to get started by subscribing right now and hit that alert button. I don't want you to miss the thing.